now? Did you guys know that you can do custom reporting? Okay. Let's do, this is one of my favorite ones. So you can actually do, we've got a custom report here. If you click in the, you can click on the customize button in the top right. And let's say you don't want to see the cents button. You can mark that off. Let's say you have like millions of dollars of revenue and it can't show on your report. So you can do divide by 1,000. Let's say you want to highlight anything that's negative. You can run that. So now you can see my sad little my sad little profit and loss statement, but you have quite a bit of control over the customization there. And you can not show any of the zero amount. So that's something that's really quick and easy to do. You can filter things out. So like let's say you only wanted to show, if you have the classes or locations, you can do reports by class or department, by location. You can do it by project, even from here. So you don't have to be in the project center. And then once you've got the report looking exactly the way that you want to, you don't want to have to go through that every time, right? So you click Save Customization. And maybe I want to call it a group. No, these are Melanie's reports. And I actually, oops, here we go. So now I've saved that report. I'm going to go back to my report list. It's going to show up in my custom reports. The next time I want that report, I can just click on it and run it. And even better than that, I can actually edit it and schedule it to run once a month. Now, you actually can set it to email. I don't obviously want to give the proviso of not emailing confidential information and checking what your privacy rules are. But you can actually customize and reports to email on a schedule. So daily, weekly, monthly, however often you want to, with whatever information that you like. All right, I know it's Friday afternoon and it's sunny out. So the last thing I think that I'll show you guys is that even better than the computer and being able to log in with your laptop wherever you are is that you can log in with your iPhone wherever you are.
Just iPhones or Androids as well?
Yeah, Androids. Like I think the app is on there. It's also on the iPad. So the functionality is a little bit different on the iPad or on the app. I'd have to look to see if it's on the Android, but I believe it is. So you can't do the full functionality, but there's quite a bit that you can do. You can check your banking transactions. So you could be like, I'm on the bus. It's actually where I do a lot of my work, on the SkyTrain to and from. Is it 2 hours of time every day? I don't call it wasted time, but potential time that I can be doing things that I'm sitting on my phone anyway. So here's my transactions. I can just categorize it. Yep, that's a donation. Awesome, I'm going to accept that. Oh, now I turned on the tax. So it's actually tax exempt. I'm going to set that as a default for donations because there's never tax on it. Let's see. So you get the idea there. And go back there. I've got my chart of accounts. We've got our accounts receivable. I can go look and see what's in there. Oops. Oh, the BC Ministry for our Gaming Funds grant is 50 days overdue. Those gaming funds, they never come in when they're supposed to, do they? Maybe I want to look at my profit and loss. I can view it in a bar chart, or I can look at the actual report. I'm going to change the time this quarter. So you can see now I want to actually, maybe I'm out with someone and they want to give me a donation. Ooh, okay, let me just put that in here. And I can do it right here. So you can see that there's actually a lot of options to save time and make a difference. So that's pretty much it, a high level, lot of information for Friday afternoon. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to show you, I talked a little bit, I kind of alluded to it, hopefully this reconnects, the idea of audit, what did we call it? Not audit proofing, but audit, making your auditor happy and CRA happy. One of the big challenges, I think, is when you go to do an audit and you have all this paperwork, is really following the trail of paper through. That's one of the challenges that I've had, and one of the challenges that I've seen, especially small not-for-profits have. And again, when you have the geographical locations, like I'm trying to get paperwork from the president of of the not-for-profit that I'm involved in, and she's got the paperwork and I'm writing the checks, and how are we going to get those two things to match, right? So we use an app called Receipt Bank, and she uploads the paperwork and it integrates with QuickBooks, and then what happens is it creates an expense, and it's not in here, but I'll show you what it would look like, so you can kind of think about what this would mean for you guys. Down here where it says attachments, there's a little hyperlink in here, and when you click on it, up pops a picture of the original receipt. So right here, if you think about giving your year-end auditor access to your books, they no longer have to come to you and say, hey, can I have the document that goes with this transaction? All you need to do is say, hey, here's the login to my QBO, and they can go and they can do their testing, and all they need to do is click through, click, 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 click through the transactions, and they can get down right to the source document. It's fast, it's efficient, and everything is right there. So think about approving transactions. You can pay them with apps now online with double signatures. It's not even like one person has access to a bank account, right? There's apps like Pluto where you still need a double signature. So somebody gets emailed, then the second person gets emailed, and the money goes out. So pretty much it's possible to run the not-for-profit while everybody's still really busy, it's efficient, and it's effective. And that's it. So, are there any other questions? Yes.
I did purchase for multi-user.
Yeah.
So how many multi-user that I can have that in one account?
For QBO?
Yeah, for QBO.
Do you know which version you have?
Plus.
Because that makes it plus. I would have to look it up. I want to say like 3 or 4, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Because I couldn't find any answers from.
Do you know, it really depends, because they do promotions all the time, and it depends whether you purchased it through your accountant or didn't purchase through your accountant, so I'll have to look.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. How many are you trying to let's look it up after.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Any other questions? No? Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, thank you, Melanie. That was an excellent I was going to say overview, but we did go quite deep.
We did.
So that's great for if QBO is new to you. That was a great way to learn a lot about it. If we can answer any other questions for you, please stick around. We've got cookies and coffee and tea at the back. But thank you all so much for coming out today. It's really great to be a part of this community and to partner with really with Intuit, with KPMG, and with Keela, and just imagine the efficiencies that we can bring to your not-for-profit so that you can focus on the things that matter. Thanks again, and hope to see you at the back.